Welcome back for some more Scotland reactions from Minya. Today we're going to be reacting to a video from Walter's World. If you've never seen him, he's got some really good travel videos. And he's got this video called 10 Shocks of Visiting Scotland. Already, this looks like an amazing day here. People are having a picnic. And it's sunny, and he's along some loch here or river. And let's see, let me make sure everything's set up. And here we go.
Mark here with Walter's World, and today we're here in Scotland. We're outside of Inverness and enjoying our time here. And today we have for you our 10 things that are going to shock you when you come here to Scotland. And I'm going to get straight to the point. The first thing that shocks people when they come here is how everywhere you go looks like a freaking postcard. Scotland is gorgeous. Whether you're going through the glens or you're going by the lochs, or you're going to beautiful cities, going to Edinburgh and seeing the castle there and walking through this.
That does look like you're in another time. Look at that. Look at the buildings. Is this Edinburgh? Oh, look at all the people. Okay. Yeah, it does look like a postcard. Absolutely.
This city, everywhere you go, from Stirling to the Highlands to the Isle of Skye, everywhere you go is gorgeous. They have cool cities, all kinds of nice.
Oh, look at the baby cows. They're not babies, but they're so cute. Oh, I want one. They're so fluffy. Are they that fluffy because it's so cold out all the time? They're so cute.
These people, all kinds of fantastic stuff. And wherever you go, look, it's a postcard. This is a random caravan park, okay? And that's my view. And that's not even the good view. The other view is that way, but the sun's pointing the wrong direction. And the thing is, when you come here, you
look at the fake Loch Ness monster. That's so cute. Somebody put that there.
will literally be oohing and eyeing and going, oh my goodness, is that like Harry Potter? Yes, it is. That bridge you see in Harry Potter, that's here. This is what it's like when you come to Scotland.
Where is this Harry Potter bridge he's talking about? It's in Harry Potter? Maybe the inspiration or where they filmed a certain bridge? Okay, well, maybe he'll show that. I don't know.
It is just unbelievably gorgeous. And that's why, going off of that, the second thing that shocks people when they come here is the insane natural beauty of Scotland. Look, when you're going around, you might be going into the hills, you know, the kind of like mini mountains that are out here, and you can go hiking in them. It's great just to walk through. I remember the one I...
Wow. Look at the mountains. Wow. Yeah, that's beautiful.
Came here with Caleb the first time. All he wanted to do was like, Dad, stop the car. Let's go hiking. I'm like, all right. And we climb up into the mountains and see the heather and see the thistle and everything there. And it was really just amazing. And when you come here, there's tons and tons of pathways you can walk on. Just go into the hills, the mountains, to go to on the lochs.
There's those cows again. They're so cute. Are those like Scottish Highland cows or something like that? They're so cute. Oh.
Go on a boat ride on the lochs, go sailing on the lochs, go see the dolphins out on the Black Isle going by. It is truly natural beauty here. For us, the Isle of Skye is the top, though. When you have the waterfall going off the side of the island, it is just great.
Somebody from Scotland, let me know in the comments, where is the Isle of Skye? Isle of Skye in Scotland? Where is it? What area of Scotland is it in?
But the Highlands, and you go to the islands and everything, it is just amazingly beautiful nature when you are here. And when you come, you really feel like you get back to nature because there's so much space here as well, which goes along with that, that when you drive, you can go for miles. Not kilometers here, you drive for miles in Scotland. And you drive, and I'll talk about the driving later, but you go through and it's just, wow, that's beautiful. Wow, that's beautiful. And you just kind of take it all in. And a third shock I have for you, because it all kind of ties into this postcard theme for the first three, is how many insanely cool castles there are throughout Scotland. Now, we all know Edinburgh Castle, because you're going to go there with the Edinburgh Festival and all those kind of things. But you go, so probably go to Stirling Castle as well. Eilean Castle, probably the coolest castle you've ever seen. I mean, that is an amazing castle to check out there. There's castles on the lochs, there's castles all over the place. And what's cool is Scotland is very proud of their history, and they've kept up these castles and the manor homes around the country. And you go around and you'll be driving by and like, oh, there's another castle we can see. Turn off and go to it. It's worth it because they're kept very well. They have good guides. They have really good information. There's usually a cafe, nice bathrooms, all together there. And it is just cool because all those things really tie it together into making this such a wonderful country for the traditional kind of tourists, from the beautiful landscapes to the castles to the cities. And there's a reason why Jocelyn, every time she comes here, she says, Mark, we should move here. I mean, we were driving around today and she's like texting. Oh, don't worry, she wasn't driving. She was going through and looking, hey, what universities have jobs here? I mean, that's what's so cool about it. And that's the thing, is we were driving around. And that's the fourth thing that shocks tourists when they come here, is driving in Scotland. And no, it's not just the fact that you drive on the left side of the road, which is kind of hard. And you'll notice that they'll remind the tourists quite often at every single major tourist site you're going to drive to that we drive on the left. So make sure you do that. But no, it is kind of freaky that first time when you're driving, you think, wait, I got to be on this side of the road. No, you're on the left side. And that gets people. But that's not actually the scariest part or the shockingest part. There's a lot of small roads, and with this beautiful countryside with the hills and the...
That would be me. I'd be like, look at that. And then like a windy road. I'm going off the side, right? Because I'd be staring at all the pretty things on the side of the road.
Lochs and the glens.
Every cow I see, look at the cute cow. That would be me.
You have a lot of windy roads as well. So it's like you're driving in a car commercial all the time, which is gorgeous, but it can be shockingly nerve-wracking on your first try. I know the first time I drove here, I was a little testy. This time, I'm much better. Jocelyn, she's doing most of the driving this time too. And she's like, oh my God. I'm like, it'll be fine.
That's a pretty castle. Let me know in the comments if you know where this castle is and where it is, what it's called. That's pretty.
Just know it can get you. So be ready for those windy, narrow roads, okay? And driving on the left, that can get people. But you also might be shocked is if you want to see a lot of the natural beauty and get to some of these castles, you really do have to drive when you are here in Scotland. There is a good bus network and there's trains and stuff, but to really take Scotland in, you really got to drive on your own, because then you can go and see cool places all over. And what's cool when you're driving is actually the locals are pretty supportive, I would say. With all these tourists that don't know what side of the road to go on, they are helpful with directions, and they don't like ride up on your butt. I mean, they'll let you go and then they'll pass you when they need to, but they're not like aggressive drivers here, even on the motorway, which is really cool. And that kind of leads into the next thing find shocking about Scotland is, no matter how touristy the place is, the people have been fantastic. The Scottish people are just awesome. They're super friendly. They're super helpful. They got some good jokes as well. And so that's what's really cool about it.
He said good jokes. Is that true? Are Scottish people known for having really good jokes? I want to go. That sounds like so much fun.
Because you think a place that gets so many tourists, and especially tourists that don't know how to drive, they get really frustrated with those tourists. The locals
Hello, Dylan.
do. I mean,
Thanks
go to
for coming
Florida
in.
and talk to the locals. Like, oh, those snowbirds and those people in Orlando, they get frustrated with them.
Oh.
Here, if they do, they don't show it to the tourists, okay? They are super wonderful and super nice. And whether you're going to a little town like Plockton to stay or a bigger city like Inverness or something like that, people will be helpful. They take you in.
Nice.
Your B&B that you're going to stay in, ask them for some advice, but they'll probably give you the advice anyway where you should go. Don't worry. And don't be surprised if you go.
What is that? Is it like a tomb? A monument, maybe? I don't know. I can't read. Maybe they'll zoom in here.
Oh, I want to go to this castle. Do they go, oh, no. You should go to this lock and then this castle and then go here to see the dolphins. That's how it goes.
Sacred Margaret, who died at Clifton, maybe? Principal of Lings? Principal of something. Okay.
So that's one thing that really does shock you, just how nice the Scots are. Now, going off of those
Probably
nice
some
people,
sort of, I think that would maybe some sort of monument or something.
the sixth thing that's going to shock you when you come here is they speak English here, but you might not understand everything they say. Look, in Scotland, the farther you go north, the more of an accent people have, a stronger accent. And so for tourists, especially if you're coming from the US or places where English isn't the native language and used to that British English, the Queen's English kind of thing, the Hollywood English.
He said at the beginning here he's outside of Inverness, but this is a video all about Scotland. So they've been showing Edinburgh. They've been showing another castles around the country. They showed some video of the Isle of Skye. Yeah, I'd love to go to Scotland. These are just some of the shocks, I guess. The Scottish accent. I think I would have to ask I'm sorry. You're going to have to repeat. Yes.
It gets a little bit farther away from that here, so sometimes it can be a bit tough to understand people. That's in the more northern parts. In most tourism stuff, you're not going to have any problems, but that might be an issue some places you do go. That is one thing that kind of you really should be ready for, is sometimes you're like, what'd you say? And so that is kind of a funny little thing, and you can have some fun with it, and the locals have fun with it too, because they'll totally like speak with a strong accent, or they'll speak a local language, and you'll be like, what? They're like, oh, you don't know, and they'll throw it back at you, but they're so cool about it. It's no big deal, but that just might be shocking that though you say you speak English, you might not understand theirs. Now, the seventh thing that might shock you to come here is the food. Look, Scottish cuisine isn't necessarily up there in terms of the wow factor of food. And the thing that shocks people most is when they hear about some of the more famous Scottish foods that you probably won't eat or have.
I have not gone to Scotland, Dylan. Have you been there? I would love to go there. I watched a video yesterday of some Scottish food, and it looked amazing. It was like some sort of beef, like with gravy and potatoes and peas. It looked really good.
Very often when you are here, but everyone likes to talk about it. For example, haggis. Haggis is basically organ meat chopped up with some spices and some other stuff.
Oh, I don't know about eating that. Ugh. Is that what haggis is? Chopped up organ meat? Haggis. Yeah, I don't know. His son's eating it here. I wonder what he thinks about
Stuffed
it.
into an intestine and then served to you. Well, it's cooked, of course, and then served to you. Sounds delicious, doesn't it? Oh, but wait, there's more. Maybe you like some black pudding? Hey, or black sausage? Which is basically blood.
That was cute. The little kid said, hey, new food, and then he ate it. Does he like
with
it?
With some meat and rice and stuffed in another, casing to make a sausage kind of thing. They have that.
Like the
But if you don't like the
haggis.
blood side of it, oh, you can have the white version of it, which is made out of fat. Look, these kind of things you might have, like like the black pudding and black sausage kind of stuff, you might have for breakfast in the morning, but you're most likely not going to have that when you're here.
Is that what that is?
Actually, the shocking thing about food in Scotland is there actually is some really good food here.
Mars
when you're going
bar?
to the pubs, you go to the restaurants, they have some really good grub. And yes, you can have the fish and chips, the kind of traditional UK kind of stuff, but you have the potatoes and the turnips, and these kind of things that you will like. But there is a lot of really good food here. The pies I've really enjoyed. The boys have been eating like crazy when you're here. Amazing
thanks, Dylan.
fish,
Make
dude.
sure to
There's a
follow.
reason why
Give
you
me
pay
a
so
like.
much money for Scottish
Ooh,
salmon.
What is up with the salmon in Scotland? The other video I watched, they had salmon. They had salmon for breakfast. Salmon must just be huge in Scotland.
When you're at your store back home, because it's phenomenal. And here you can go buy at the store for next to nothing and have a fantastic meal you cook on your own with Scottish salmon, which is awesome. The porridge here, the oatmeal. Look, my kids were joking with me when I went and bought oatmeal for them or porridge for them. They're like, Dad, we don't like this at home. I'm like, just wait. Both of them this morning said, that was awesome. Can we have it tomorrow for breakfast? Okay, so there is some stuff that you will really enjoy when you are here. And for me,
I think I would like porridge actually, because I like oats. I like oatmeal. And this looks like some sort of pastry. I don't know what's inside. All right,
favorite parts of actually the food here in Scotland is when you go to the pub and you go to places and you go eat out, because it can give you more of an experience when you are here. And yes, you can try your haggis, but try some
Urn brew. Is it soda? I don't think they would put a beer in a plastic bottle. It looks like an orange soda.
Some of the other stuff too, because you actually enjoy those. Now, the eighth thing that might shock you when you come here is the weather.
The weather.
Look, it's not raining.
No.
Look, it's kind of a joke that here in Scotland in the summer times, you can enjoy all 4 seasons in one day. Yes, I'm here and it's a beautiful day today. We had sun out, I had to get the sunblock out, the hat on and stuff like that. You can have beautiful days here in Scotland and it doesn't rain all the time. However, it does rain quite often. And the locals we talked to today, they said, oh, we have weather like this all the time in 10-minute increments every other day. Look, when you do come here, you need to bring layers, okay? You need to bring a jacket, okay? An umbrella.
Very cold up there. It looks windy and cold.
These kind of things, because it does rain a bit, okay? So do be ready for that, and don't let it ruin your vacation or your visit here, because that's a normal thing. And you can go and visit the castles, and you can go visit these things inside and outside with a little bit of rain, you're not going to be too bad off. Okay. Now there can be, worse storms, but just like anywhere. So just be ready for that one. But just know the weather here, it might shock you that, wait, you can have sunny, beautiful days in Scotland? Yes. Yes, you can, okay? But just know the rain does come quite often. I guess we're just lucky today.
It's a cold
also,
drink.
I think it shocks some people,
So
especially
not
little kids when you come
caffeinated.
here, is if you're coming in the summertime, sun up is like 4 in the morning. Sundown is like 10 or something at night. And so the kids don't really want to go to bed. And so that light goes all day long. So what's cool about that is you can go and visit sites during the earlier hours of the day and the later hours of the night.
Wait.
Now, you
What?
can't go in most of the
What did that just say? 347?
day in the later hours of the night. Now you can't go in most of the
Let's go back.
in the summertime.
All right.
Sun up is like 4 in the morning. Sundown is like 10 or something at night.
Yeah, me
And so the
too,
kids don't
Dylan.
really want to go to bed. And
Late night. Okay, because it's really far north, right? So I want.
so that light
I'm
goes all
confused by
day
this
long.
time
So
he
what's
said
cool
here,
about
though.
that is you can go and visit
3:47 a.m. So the sun comes up at 3:47 a.m. Maybe in northern Scotland. It had to have been dark for a little bit. Maybe the sun went down at maybe 9 or something. I don't know. 10?
sites during the earlier hours of the day and the later hours of the night. Now you can't go in. Most of the tourism places close by 6 and things like that, but you can still, hit the bars and hit the restaurants and stuff like that, or go driving along the coast, take in the dolphins going out to sea and things like that. You can do that. So don't be too worried about the weather or the sun all the time or the clouds that are hiding the sun. You do have that. Now, our last 2 shocks, we'll go show you a little bit more of Scotland, and maybe that weather might change a bit, because honestly, I came out here to start filming this, and I was fine with my little
Nice.
t-shirt, my
Now
little
it's
Nessie
getting
t-shirt,
cold, isn't it?
and now I'm like, dude, I need my Walters World quarter zip, because it's like dropped like 10 degrees while I've been filming.
Wow.
Anyway, I hope you have a great time here in Scotland. It is gorgeous, it is beautiful, and I hope you do enjoy it. But we'll go to another
Such a
spot
good
to finish
picture.
off our last 2. Now, here we are driving to Aberdeen from Inverness, and you have these beautiful views all over
Aberdeen.
Scotland. And to finish off our 10 shocks, actually, I want to go to something about the nature that you might not like, are the midges, the little tiny bugs that can leave little red bites all over you. And the
Little bugs that bite? They bite? Oh, is it only around like the marshy areas or along the ocean maybe?
crazy thing about it is, it's kind of like if you take a map and you draw down the middle of Scotland. On the west side, the midges eat you alive. On the east side, not too much of a problem, but it is shock is how many bites you will get, and it is quite crazy, especially if you're going to the Isle of Skye and stuff like that. And then our 10th thing that shocks
Must be along the ocean then, maybe? The little midges?
people when they come here is the lack of being able to shop after 6 o'clock. Look, a lot of towns and a lot of shops throughout the country.
The shops close at 6. All the shops? What if you need to... I'm assuming the restaurants are open later than 6. I guess I don't really care about, like, why would you want to buy clothes at, like, 8 o'clock at night? But, okay. All right.
Country of Scotland do close by 6 or at 6 o'clock Monday through Friday and things like that, so there are limited hours to go shopping here. Now some days and some places are open later, so you're okay, but just know that if you want to get your shopping done or buy your kilt or whatever you want to do, you need to do it before 6, okay? Also, with that timing thing, don't try to take your kids to eat at the pub for a late dinner because they won't let them in the evening, okay? So just a heads up on that one.
Oh, they don't let the kids into the pub. Okay. All right.
Anyway, those were our 10 shocks of visiting Scotland.
Nice.
What are the 10 things that shocked you about visiting Scotland?
There's my cow again. He's so cute. Are they friendly? Can you make them friendly where they'll come up to you and like eat out of your hands and stuff? They're so cute.
Put it in the comment section below so we can have some more shocks. And we
All
really
right.
appreciate your likes, subscriptions, and we hope you have a great time here in Scotland because we know we
No, I
have.
think
If
it's
you
a
wanna learn
cow,
more,
Dylan.
5 things you love and hate about visiting
Isn't
Scotland.
he
Things you
cute?
don't.
Here, I'll go back. He's so cute. Look at him. I think it's a cow. It's a cow. All right.
5 things you love and hate about visiting Scotland. Things you don't do when you're in Scotland.
Oh.
Stuff like that. Check us out on our website at waltersworld.com. We're also on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. And we really appreciate your likes and subscriptions. And we know you have a great time here in Scotland. Bye from Scotland.
I really,
Fellow traveler.
I like this video is by Waters World. I'm going to put it in the chat if you want to watch him. I already subscribed to him. I get this video liked, but he's got all kinds of videos. Look at all these. I mean, they're suggesting to me now. Love and Hates of Edinburgh, Mistakes of Scotland. He's got a lot of Scotland videos, I think. I really like his videos, though. He does an amazing job. And if you like my reaction video, make sure to give me a like and a follow on YouTube. It'll be uploaded later. My YouTube channel is Minya 5501, I believe.